happy February, my Black Feather community and my Feather fam. So excited to be connecting with you guys today. Let's pull our theme for February, because this month I feel holds a lot of promise, but also a lot of work and effort. And wouldn't it be helpful if we actually knew what direction we were going to take? So just as a reminder, throughout this year, we are pulling cards from the Soul Sparkle Tarot. And I'm also going to be pulling a Sacred Creators Oracle card as a complement to all the things that we are creating for ourselves and for the collective. Ooh, we have the Six of Pentacles. And I feel like this is really kind of auspicious because last month's theme was the Five of Cups, and now we have a six. So there is a certain level of progression that is occurring. And the Six of Pentacles is a card of generosity. It is a card of reinvestment. And I think it's really perfect when we are talking about that energy of feeling like there's some work that's coming for us, but there holds a lot of promise for this month. And that's exactly what this is about. I feel for a lot of us, there are going to be 2 or 3 very obvious opportunities that are going to arise that allow you to step in to something that you've always wanted to do or always wanted to build. And it almost feels like someone gives you the opportunity, like without having to pay for it or being able to skip ahead to the front of the line. I would use my languaging, which would be VIP treatment, right? Getting a little bit of that VIP in the mix unexpectedly, and I want to say unsolicited. I also want to say that this month, it's kind of like an invitation to really think big, to get very clear on what it is you would want to do. And you know, a practice that I do all the time is I say, okay, this is the thing I want to have. And now let me choose like the 3 different options, right? So the low priced option, the low budget option, the middle option, you know, that is always recommended, right? This is the everyday value offer, or the best offer, the best bang for your buck. And then of course you have the upper echelon package, that gold package. I feel like I want to encourage everyone this month to really step into that space and place within you that says, why do I need to settle in order to have the thing that I want? Maybe I need to lean fully all in and put all of my focus, align my energies to the VIP package, to the gold star, the gold standard. Because what we ask for, we receive. What we desire and lean into and put our energy into, we create. And I feel like that's what this Six of Pentacles is coming up for us, excuse me, today and this month, is to encourage us to think a little bit bigger than we've been allowing ourselves to think. And this is not about, I want to say, don't put limitation on yourself. This is not about, okay, yeah, well, I'd like the sun, moon, and the stars, but I'm not going to get that. Don't limit yourself. And I feel like the lesson for all of us this month is the work is not so much in like the hard physical work that we're putting into something to make it happen. I feel like the hard work comes in trust, comes in the, okay, she's telling me to think big. She's telling me to not, you know, to take away those lower 2 options and to go for the whole hog, you know, the entire enchilada. But how can that possibly happen? How can that possibly be? There's the but. Don't ask the but. No but in this situation. You want to step fully into the, okay, this is the thing that I'm going to ask for. Because you don't want to limit the universe's ability to bring you what it is that you want. The universe listens to what you want. And I've said this before, but the universe is not a being or an entity. It is an energy that is, it's like a tool that is programmed to listen to what we say and tap into what we feel and to give it to us. So, you know, if you've got a yeah but in there, then the universe is going to give you more yeah but to be concerned about. So instead, go big or go home. Because I feel like this is a month where you're going to be surprised at how many people come out of the woodwork to help you or that have the very thing that you're looking for, the very thing that you need. And don't limit yourself into how it shows up for you. You know, I want $1 million. Well, that $1 million, if you're just saying I want $1 million and you don't put any limitation around that, you might win $1 million in the lottery. You might inherit $1 million. Someone may hand you a bunch of shares that they no longer want that turns into, in 2 years, $1 million. You don't know how it's going to show up. So don't negate or second guess it before you've even started the journey and started the path. And then our sacred creators is you are living poetry. And I think this is really interesting. So it's a 32, which is a 5. And the 5 is our theme for, it was our theme for January. So we are kind of in succession and we're still living out a little bit of that energy. And if we are in a space of generosity or being willing to receive generosity, willing to receive guidance and help and support from the universe, what does that free up within us to be able to focus on? If you are living poetry, what does that actually mean? That means that every step that you take, every decision you make, every option that you choose or don't choose is one more line in the poem of you. You are living poetry because every action step that you're taking, every breath that you're taking is creating and writing that poetry. So if you really believe that you are living poetry, I want to say pick a genre this month. Pick a genre. What would be your genre if you were a poetry genre? What would you be? Would you be poetry? Would you be prose? Would you be a haiku? Short, sweet, and to the point? Would you be unfettered? Free reign? No structure of any kind? Would you be, 4-line poetry, chapter and verse? I used to know all of the different styles. I can't remember them right now as I'm channeling, but pick a genre. What type of poetry would you be? And then ask for what you need, and then receive it and become the living poetry. I love that message. How can you become the living poetry? Pick a genre. I'm going to do a little homework on that and see if I can get a list of poetry genres that you can choose from, with a little description so you can decide which one you are. And I would love to hear what you are choosing and what you are picking. And I will definitely share what I am where that's concerned. Wow, that's so cool. So that is our theme for February. As always, sending you guys so much love and so much support throughout this month so that you can have the best one ever. And if you're looking for some community and some support and guidance, I encourage you to check out my Black Feather community on Mighty Networks. It's completely free. We do all sorts of readings and challenges, and we have a gathering of Phoenix every month that a lot of people enjoy and attend. It's a meeting of like minds and like hearts and like souls. So come on out and join us. We'd love to have you. Click on the link below. Make sure that you check out the full year in preview 2026 reading that we did for this year. If you haven't caught it already, gives you kind of a sneak peek into what we are expecting on a collective level. And feel free to book a session with me if you are needing a little bit of clarity and guidance on some of these amazing things that you are becoming and the choices to create. If you need a little help, a little structure, a little guidance, I'm your girl. Would love to connect. All right, guys, take care and transform well.